On a completely unrelated topic. Who here knows what a roughneck is? Yeah. A roughneck is a guy that works on rigs. And when I was in tree planting, that's what I used to have to do before the music kind of took off, you know. You know when I say, you know what a roughneck is when we're playing small town Alberta, oh my goodness. They go ape crap. In BC, not so much. I come looking for a job, black old siren on. Come get your job, there's plenty of work, but the boom won't last long. I'm just a lonely old roughneck, doing the best I can. Now I'm throwing on tongues, throwing on spinning chain, running the pipe in and pulling her out through the snow and the sleet and the rain. I'm just a lonely old roughneck, doing the best I can. Oh, my pa was an oil rig worker, and my ma was a young camp cook. Come back to town in a drunken state, just a few words all it took. Said I'm just a lonely old roughneck, doing the best I can. Payday. Let's go to town. Well, the engines give a big roar, drilling slow and strong, going on down to the depths of hell, oh, nothing goes wrong.
Hey, Rob Fry here with CaribRadio.com, and I'm here with James Douglas, and you are the manager of Visitor Experience.
That I am.
How long have you been doing that?
Well, actually, it's been 3 years now that I've been in this particular role, although my association with Barkerville has been for the past 16 years. I started out as a historical interpreter here back in 1998. Was here for 7 years, then went off and did a bunch of different things, including some higher education, and then ultimately came back and did this job.
So you're pretty young now, so like that's...
I'm 40.
So you're like in your 20s, so it must have been quite an experience.
It was actually a life-changing experience. It's why I was here. I was a jobbing actor before that. I went to a conservatory acting school in New York and did a bunch of touring for about 5 years, and then in 1998 a buddy of mine who was already working here on the water wheel contract phoned me up because they needed somebody to work the summer, and finally convinced me that this was a really good place to come and spend some time. And you know, as a working actor, you look for things that are a little bit more long term. But I honestly expected it to be a 2-month gig. I just thought, you know, I'll come up here, I'll see what it's like, and then go off and do other things. But I just fell in love with the place and found an excuse to come back the following year, and the year after that, eventually met my wife here, and we had a couple of kids, and so we live full time in Wells.
Wow! So we're up here actually. We came up for the 10th anniversary because we've never been. We've actually drove through Wells always to come.
Of course, yeah.
But what a crazy place that is right now.
It really is, and what I love about this particular weekend with Arts Wells is that it does showcase Wells in a way that people don't normally get an opportunity to see, right? Because, I mean, really, I love Barkerville, it's what I do for a living, but Wells was the reason that I wanted to stay here. The community there is amazing. For a small community of only a couple of hundred people, you'd think there might not be everything that you would need to be able to sort of live in, but it's wonderful. The different kinds of people that live here, the different opportunities.
How many years now has Barkerville been going as a historical site?
As a historic site, it was first made a historic site in 1958, as it was part of the centennial of British Columbia's incorporation as a colony. So that was the real push to protect the town. But it was about between 1961 and 1963 that the government at the time really started to push it as a tourism destination. So we really look at 1963 as being the big year. When really the flood of people started to come. So since 1963 to now, it's a big one concern.
And the history goes back how far?
Well, 1862 is officially when Barkerville was incorporated. Billy Barker registered his claim here on Lower Williams Creek in August of 1862. But Williams Creek, which is really the area, in a way historically you've got to think about it much the way Metro Vancouver is now. You know, there's Vancouver and then Richmond and all of the rest of the boroughs. The place that people were coming to was Williams Creek, because the creek itself, per lineal foot, is the richest gold-bearing creek in the world. And so it was that people were coming to. So there was originally the town of Richfield, which was incorporated in 1861, which is now where our courthouse is, because the court always stayed there. Then Barkerville in 1862, also pretty much almost exactly the same time as Barkerville was Cameronton, which is where our RV parking lot is now. There's a whole other town there called Cameronton.
It's hard to believe that's a town.
I know,
it's
crazy to think that, but it's true. So they had all of these little communities. There was Marysville by the Bower Lake turnoff as well. So people would come to Williams Creek. Barkerville was the main center of business. So people lived in Cameronton mostly. All of the government business was happening up in Richfield. The real industrial stuff was happening here in Barkerville. And then the whole surrounding area, which at the height of its population in about 1865, there was close to 6,000 people. Wow, that's it is hard to believe when you look around thinking where all of these people would be.
Just like an anthill, basically.
Yeah.
So how's visitors been this year to Barkerville?
Great. It's been great. It was our 150th anniversary last year from the 150th of Billy Barker's strike. So there was a lot of not only just the promotion that we did, but just a lot of spirit for people here in North Carolina and northern BC. We really kind of understood what an important role Barkerville has played in the formation of the province. So we got a lot of support last year, and I'm really happy to say that support has continued throughout this year. So we're seeing, today there's probably close to 2,000 people here on site. Yeah. Archwell certainly helps for that, but it certainly does. Yeah. But the weather's been great, and people are just having a really good time coming out and supporting the place, which is obviously what we're doing.
Doing the best I can. Throwing on my grubby jeans, throwing on my greasy overalls. Someone's off the shack, it's 40 below, and I can hear that springtime call. I'm just doing the best I can. And my griller, he likes to yell, I can smoke 4 packs a day. Like a cat's little bird right on his neck, but I sometimes hear him say, I'm just a little rough man, doing the best I can. Finally comes sometime in early spring. I go back home, spend all my money, but I gotta come back again. I'm just a little rough man, doing the best I can. I'm just a little rough man, doing the best I can. I'm just a little rough man, doing the best I can. I'm just a lonely old rough man, doing the best I can.